Sup, guys? That was my favorite one yet.
Oh, I'm dizzy.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that was revolutionary, I think.
So we're making some strides.
But anyway, thank you so much, folks, for listening to the Two Honks podcast, where we ask not what our honks can do for us, but what we can do for our honks. How are you today, Lamar?
Doing pretty good.
Doing good?
Yeah, I'm alive.
He's alive.
Yeah, I'm still kicking. How about you? Are you alive as well? Or
I'm doing well. I'm alive and well.
that's good. Really, you can't ask for much more than that, can you?
You know, this is refreshing because we had a week off. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, we recorded an episode before.
They don't know that. Yeah, that's a secret.
We recorded an episode before you left, but instead of this being like a weekly thing for me, I was off of my weekly system a little bit.
Yeah.
Where we weren't sitting down and recording a podcast, so I felt a little empty place in my heart, so it's good to be back here.
It was a little strange.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was a good break. I went on a little trip. Visited the Pops out in North Cackalack.
North
Kakalaki.
And it's the first time you've been back to Greenville since you were in high school.
Yeah, pretty much. So there was a lot to catch up on. Yeah, it was a real whirlwind.
Yeah.
It was a tornado of emotion.
That's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, and you told me something yesterday that was it caught my attention a little bit, and it's a friend of yours. That's been working. Has he been working at the same Domino's since high school?
I'm not sure. I think he did some other work.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said he was itching to get out of Greenville. And
yeah.
He has some plans, I think, to move to the mountains or like Asheville area, which is a way cooler area.
Yeah.
As far as like artistic people are concerned.
Yeah, Asheville's a pretty cool little hippie town.
Yeah. So that's kind of his hope there. And he was talking about starting his own podcast and Twitch channel. So
yeah.
Hopefully if he gets that up and running, we can maybe have him on and talk about it.
And he's like a metalhead kind of guy, right?
He's a metal guy. Yeah. He's a metal guy and a horror guy. He's into the horror.
He's in the horror stuff.
Horror. I think you have to pronounce it that way so it doesn't sound like you're into horrors.
Horror.
I like horror movies.
Horror stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. People could definitely misconceive that.
There's nothing wrong with you could do both.
Yeah, yeah.
Horrors are into horrors. So.
Well, no, that's actually kind of funny too, because I have a couple of friends that I made not while I was in high school, but that I made when I got right out of high school, and I moved into like a punk house, like a show house, and I made a lot of friends that were also metalhead guys.
Yeah.
That also have still never left that town.
Really?
They've been in Reno, Nevada the entire time.
Well, the interesting thing about Greenville, maybe this is true for like a lot of towns, is that I think like 90% or more of the people that I went to high school with are still kind of in that region.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's fairly common, which is surprising because I think a lot of the people that are there even like either are living okay there and enjoying it, or they kind of have an itch to get out of there, but they just haven't been able to find a reason or the money or whatever to get to it or where to go,
And I mean, do you think that maybe that's only odd to you a little bit because like you have siblings that don't live in the same
I guess so
place,
Yeah, we all got out of there.
Yeah, which I have two sisters. One of them lives in Reno, and then the other one lives in Boise.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I guess it is more common than I actually think it is. Because you and I moved to Portland around the same time. Yeah. And then when you move to a new place, you kind of end up just meeting a whole bunch of people that also just moved to a new place.
Yeah, when I moved out here, I had a friend that told me that when you move to Portland, like you're going to have a 6 month to a year period where you have this special energy. Yeah. That people are going to be, you're going to be able to meet a lot more people in that time period because you're like fresh. They're going to recognize you're not from there and they're going to want to like pick up your energy and like,
get to know you.
And that's when I met you and like all those people. Yeah. It's just like hanging out and like really just getting out there and trying to like find where the weirdos were and like Portland, there's obviously like a lot of them. So yeah, man, I went into Portland. I think I went into Portland with the most boring strategy ever. Yeah, I was like,
I'm not going to waste my time traveling around town, going to a shitload of different open mic nights. Like,
yeah,
I'm going to go.
Not like John Rapstar, just hit every single open mic ever.
Which I admire that guy for that.
Yeah, and he was riding the bus back and forth.
He was so hard working, man. Like, he was just out rapping at every open mic night he could possibly get to. Utmost respect for that guy.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't do it. I had the opposite strategy. I was like, I'm going to go to the same open mic night every single week.
Yeah.
So that way, if anybody wants to find me, they know where I'm going to be on Monday night.
Was that the pub?
That was the pub at the end of the universe.
Yeah, that ended up being my favorite open mic too.
No, I played like 3 open mic nights there, and Ian was like, "Hey, you want to host?"
Yeah.
Like just like that. Like
He's like, "Hey, you're here all the time anyways."
Yeah, exactly.
Might as well run the board for us.
You're here every single Monday night. So then I started running the board and running the open mic night.
You got to play some opening songs for that too, right?
Yeah.
That's a nice thing. You kind of set the tone or whatever.
Yeah. But then after I think after 2 months of doing it, Ian told me to stop doing opening songs. He's like, I feel like you discourage other musicians.
Yeah.
Because you're better than other people that are just starting out and it might discourage them. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just an asshole, but I'm also if they're going to get intimidated by that, then
maybe they shouldn't be here.
Maybe they shouldn't even be performing music.
They could probably play at that point. You could still play covers there.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was there, they cut covers off because ASCAP had hit them with a fine or something.
Yeah,
you had to play originals.
Those fines are bullshit, man.
That's a whole nother story. I was kind of glad that people couldn't play covers though.
Yeah,
because it's kind of boring at open mic to hear people play another Nirvana song or whatever.
Yeah,
it's okay, well.
No, maybe that's why I didn't host at the open mic there at Pub at the End of the Universe, because I just openly told people, no, fucking play covers. Play covers. I don't give a shit. Just play them.
It's probably better than your songs anyways.
And Ian would come and talk to me a couple of times. He's like, what are we going to do about this? Is ASCAP.
Oh, really? He was concerned about it?
I was like, dude, you're just not going to pay it because it's a music licensing organization. They're... the worst they can do is they can sue you. You know? And if they sue you over somebody playing a cover song in a bar, who's going to take that up and see that through and put it to trial?
It's like small claims court probably or something.
Yeah, exactly.
When I can't remember if it was Ian that told me or the guy, I can't remember the guy's name that was running open mic later on, but they said that they got hit with a fine and it was somebody who was undercover from ASCAP that came into the bar and pretended to be a patron. And I was thinking how many, what kind of a crazy job is that to just go and get drunk, presumably at these bars and wait for somebody to play a copyrighted song.
Why are we even paying somebody to do that?
Yeah.
Why would anybody's money need to be spent on doing that?
You would think that if you were an artist, you'd want people sharing your music.
Some 23-year-old white guy who just moved to Portland played fucking Wonderwall. Yeah. Let's go bust the door down and give this bar a ticket. What?
Yeah.
Who's paying that guy? You must have an exorbitant amount of money.
I think that's the case.
That's a worthwhile expense.
They got nothing but time. Yeah. Pretty wild, but that's a whole rabbit hole there.
Yeah, man. No, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
But anyways, that was a trip going back home and seeing the South. I haven't been back there in so long. I haven't been in North Carolina since 2005. So it was just it's a different culture out there. They do things a little different on the East Coast.
They do things a little different.
Yeah. They do their honks over there though.
Yeah.
They're pretty famous for their barbecue style.
Barbecue
over there, which probably Tom knows more about this than I do, honestly.
Yeah.
But they have their own signature style or whatever.
I feel like maybe Tom just knows a lot about roast beef.
I think he knows a lot about meats, probably.
Yeah.
In general. He seemed incredibly passionate about meat.
Yeah.
He said he respected vegetarians and vegans, but since he was here in person, I could tell that he kind of said that because he had to say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, they're kind of bullshit. Don't really care for him.
Yeah, he's a passionate meat guy for sure.
Yeah.
So in the South, they're pretty passionate about meat in general.
Right? Yeah, it's all meat, and I don't know what, and like sweet tea is a big thing out there. You don't really see that I don't think anywhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe some other southern, like Georgia or something, but if you order tea anywhere else in America, you get like unsweetened tea. I think like regular tea.
Yeah.
You have to add your own
get
sugar.
regular iced tea.
And iced tea in North Carolina is has so much sugar in it. You know, it's like incredibly sweet.
Yeah.
It's more sugar than tea, I'm pretty sure. I got a couple of them while I was there just because I felt like I had to.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's like.
So is that what they walk around with in the restaurant? Like, do you want sweet tea? Do you want sweet tea to like each table or?
Well, yeah, but they drink everything out of styrofoam. That's another interesting thing about North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah, we went to Parker's, which is like kind of the place to go for barbecue food.
Yeah.
And they have dine-in service there, but we went in and like ordered food for there, like to eat there, and you get everything in styrofoam. My drink was in styrofoam, and everything was on styrofoam plates and clamshells.
So, did they serve you your food in styrofoam, or did you get an actual? You didn't. No plates.
The plates were styrofoam. Yeah.
So they just don't want to pay a dishwasher.
Well, yeah, I think that's it, and also that I guess they just love styrofoam. I've never seen that before anywhere. I mean, it's pretty common. Bojangles is another chain out there that uses like so much styrofoam. Like if they could make their cutlery out of styrofoam, they would probably give you a styrofoam fork.
Damn.
You know, they just love it.
That's crazy.
It's pretty insane, especially like when you're getting food to eat there.
Do you have a theory on why that might be? Because
it must be cheap. I mean,
my brain isn't my West Coast brain is not registering it.
Well, I almost lost my mind because we were eating in there, and I was just thinking, like, looking around. This place was popping. You know, there's lots of. It's a huge thing out there. So I was just looking around at all this styrofoam, but just, you know, moment after moment, just being shoved in the trash, and like for somebody to eat a sandwich or like have a drink, and I was like thinking like how many thousands of years that's going to be sitting. Yeah. You know, it doesn't it's like one of the only things that doesn't really decompose. Yeah. Ever. Well, or it like degrades into, I think, back into like fuel or something.
Did you like open like one of those carbon footprint calculators?
Yeah, I pulled it out.
Try and figure out how much damage this one restaurant is causing.
It's pretty astounding. Yeah. I was really shocked, but then I remembered like that's how the South is, and it's just kind of like I don't think that's ever been a concern. But then it occurred to me I should go up to the counter and try to order a vegan food option, because all they have there is like fried foods and like ribs and stuff like that. Yeah. I thought it'd be funny to like do that, but then I'm like, they'd probably like kick me out or like.
Is that why all the like every vegan in the South lives in Asheville, North Carolina? Or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it's a strange area, but it was, I don't know, it was a trip for sure.
Yeah, that's.
I definitely crazy, didn't make me want to move back there, but it has progressed in some ways. It's like a little bit more hip. They had some art and stuff out on the street, and like murals. They're trying to like have a little Portland vibe there a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Some street art, try to beautify the city a little bit. Yeah. But yeah. Wow. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
That's pretty crazy.
Pretty cray. Yeah. Made me appreciate Portland a lot more too. The water there is like really awful. Like it's barely drinkable as well.
Really?
Yeah. My dad's like right outside the city limits, but his water when I went to high school tasted like hog waste, kind of had like from all the hog farms around there. Yeah. I just remember it tasting really like the ice in our ice maker was like hog waste flavored, which you kind of got used to after a while.
So it kind of tasted like a barn in your mouth.
But like the waste of the barn. Yeah. Yeah, I guess like the poopy part. But like I went back this time and my dad doesn't drink water. He's like he only drinks soda, which is my dad's an odd guy. But maybe that's also a common thing.
What kind of soda does he drink?
He only drinks diet sodas and like store brand stuff, like Big K, like the Kroger out there. Yeah. Or like Safeway's version or whatever.
It's so bad the man doesn't drink his own tap
water.
Water.
That's not why. He just likes soda.
Yeah.
But I tried to drink the water there, and it was kind of like bleach. It was like bleachy and like kind of chlorine, like a swimming pool kind of smell to it. Oof. But it was so strong. I was like,
gross.
Now I really appreciate the water here even more. It's like, wow,
that's crazy, man.
But maybe nobody drinks the water, so they don't do anything about it.
Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy too, because I mean the East Coast has been getting developed as part of America like way, way longer than every other part of the country. Well, I guess, South Carolina, not as long as like...
Or North Carolina.
Like the New England... North Carolina. Sorry, I keep...
Yeah, probably, both of them, really.
Yeah, I mean, the New England area is probably the only area that's really been getting developed.
Those are what they call them Yankees, okay?
Yeah, they call them Yankees.
Yeah. Out in North Carolina, they call them Yankees. That's how they talk, too.
Funny,
yeah,
man.
It's, I think there's definitely not as much development. There's still a lot of... It's a strange combination of like, they're building a lot of housing developments in my dad's town. It's kind of a country town, but they're putting in like some of the same apartment like complexes that you see out here in Portland, like these huge metal, like kind of urban looking sky rises.
And that's kind of like a trending thing, probably. It's just been happening everywhere in the U.S.
But it's like, it's strange, but they're not really. I guess they're a little slower to advance, like socially.
Yeah.
Politically or whatever. Yeah, it was a trip.
Crazy, man.
It was a whirlwind, yeah.
That sounds like a pretty crazy blast from the past.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to go through a bunch of old boxes that my dad had stored from when I was like, a really young kid.
Oh, yeah.
From like kindergarten and like all the way through high school that I just kind of stashed in a closet and I forgot about.
He just kept this stuff for...
Yeah. I mean,
years, never wanted to get rid of it.
Well, he pestered me about it for a few times over the years, and I just told him to like hold on to it until I got a chance to come out there. And I've seen him many times since then, but not in that state like we did in Colorado. So I finally got a chance to go through all that stuff, and there's a lot of cool stuff in there, just like old school report cards and like artwork I did in class, and lots of photos of my like cat when I was like 8 years old.
Had a fun trip down memory lane then.
It was pretty wild, yeah. I definitely didn't remember most of that stuff, but I did come across this this diary that I started that I really didn't fill out very much of it, but I was trying to become like a soothsayer of sorts.
Yeah.
I was really obsessed with Nostradamus when I was like 11. And
really?
Yeah. When
11 years old?
Yeah, I was like totally
obsessed with Nostradamus.
Totally obsessed with him. And I thought maybe I could be like him, I could like make some predictions.
Yeah.
So I like found this little journal that I made where I made...
How did you even know about Nostradamus at 11 years old?
Oh, it was just some light reading I was doing. I think there was a TV show like in the early 90s. There was like all these unsolved mysteries and like spooky stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was one about Nostradamus. It was just about it was like the History Channel before the History Channel.
It got your attention
existed.
Then. Yeah.
But so I made these. I just thought these were pretty funny. I took some photos of these 2 pages here. I had this prediction that I wrote, today I have concluded that before the year 2010, women will revolt against men. There will not be a physical war, but population will decrease drastically that year or years. I believe it's because women and men don't talk to each other about their feelings. Pretty poignant, I'd say.
That's pretty poignant.
It's a 12-year-old.
That's like
Lamar.
Pretty straightforward for a 12-year-old kid too.
I think a lot of that still holds true. I mean, there wasn't necessarily a non-physical revolt that happened, but population is decreasing.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're not having as many kids now. So
well, yeah, no,
it was like 10 years off, I think.
But that makes sense,
because we're not talking about our feelings.
Yeah. We're not talking about our feelings. But really, I feel like as an 11-year-old kid, you're writing that and you're just like, that's just like the relationship between your mom and your dad.
Yeah.
Maybe, and you think that's the entire world because you're 11 years old.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But it holds some water. It holds some truth though.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of I don't know what you call that, like a there's a word for it. Extrapolated that data from what I was seeing and just applied it to the whole world.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty true though.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's too far off.
That's what this podcast is about, is talking about our feelings.
It's very poignant. It's very poignant for an 11-year-old.
I put a date on it. So here's another one I put a date on. A while ago, I started thinking about nudity on TV because my dad's always talking about how bad it is. All right, there you go. I'm influenced by my dad. I have concluded, however, that nudity by 2020 will be open on all TV stations. Will allow it. So I think I was wrong about that one.
Yeah.
I even put a thumbs down on it because it hadn't come true last time I looked at this. So I thought that there would be, boobies and everything else, all the good stuff on just regular broadcast television.
Well, you weren't far off because there is more of it.
I mean, I guess there's a little bit more skin, but I don't really see I don't really see full on stuff.
Well, it depends on what you're watching, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, you go through cable television late at night, you're going to see everything.
Well, that was true then. I mean, you still had Skinamax or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm talking about ABC, Fox, or whatever.
But I think the point that I think I would bring up about this, I was scrolling through TV, just cable television on Sling on my TV the other day.
Yeah.
And I turn on randomly, ABC comes on.
Uh-huh.
And they're full on girl butt.
Really?
Full girl butt.
You saw
this
butt.
girl is getting ready for the shower. You didn't see the front of her body.
Yeah.
But literally as ABC came on, full on girl butt.
Really? Wow.
Just right there on the TV.
That's hard to believe.
I looked at the time. It was 8 p.m.
Wow.
Kids are still up.
Butts on TV at 8.
And butts are on TV. So I don't think you were that far off.
Maybe I was onto something.
I think maybe you were onto something.
So we got butts on TV at prime time.
Yeah. I mean, one of two things happened.
Yeah.
Either the restrictions got lifted.
Yeah, somebody changed it.
Or the latter, which I think is a little bit more likely, is butts have changed.
Do you think butts have changed?
I think butts are different.
Butts might be different. Yeah, I think you might be right.
Are they?
Have they changed?
Have they changed?
Have they?
Have they?
Do you think your butt's different?
I think my butt might be different.
My butt feels different.
My butt feels different right now.
Yeah.
Just talking about it, I kind of realize.
Do you know when it changed for you? Can you pinpoint a time or a day?
I can't tell you the specific day, but
see?
But,
See?
But I think it was somewhere early 2009.
Yeah.
2009 was the year I went hitchhiking.
Okay.
I think in
You think there was a hitchhiking incident where your butt changed?
I think my butt changed before I went hitchhiking.
Okay.
So in April or May, my butt changed.
And is that why you went hitchhiking?
And that's why I went hitchhiking.
You wanted to just strut it around, kind of try it out.
Yeah, I just wanted to go try out my new butt.
I think it's good to break it in.
Because my butt was different. And my butt was definitely different,
So you're pretty sure your butt is
But I don't know if everybody else's butt changed, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because now we got butts on TV. 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Girl butts on ABC.
So you think butts have changed?
I think butts are different now.
I think I might agree with you.
Have they?
But I don't know. Have they changed?
Have they?
What about this? Imagine you put a person in a spacecraft.
Yeah.
And you send them out flying around space at the speed of light.
Yeah.
Okay. For a few years or something. Mm-hmm. Maybe 20 years even. You bring that person back down to Earth. Take them out. Has their butt changed? Has everybody else's butt changed but their butt?
How fast are they going?
Speed of light?
Speed of light.
So, I mean, in theory...
And how many trips around the planet? Just one?
I mean, let's just say that they went out for 20 Earth years.
Yeah.
But they're traveling at the speed of light. So, technically, they're not aging.
Yeah.
So their butt shouldn't be changing, right?
Yeah.
Or do you think time is independent of the butt change?
I think that the person traveling at the speed of light, their butt would change only slightly.
Okay.
But by the time they came back to Earth, everybody else's butt had changed a lot.
That's what I was thinking too. Their butt would be the only one that hadn't changed.
Yeah.
But everybody else's butt would be different.
Yeah. Do you think your butt changed?
I didn't think so, but now I'm starting to wonder if it did. Because it feels different.
Your butt feels different.
Yeah, it feels, but maybe that's because I never.
It feels different as opposed to when? When did your butt?
2 minutes ago.
2 minutes ago.
Since we started talking about it.
Do you think your butt changed right now?
I think my butt might have changed.
Are butts canceled?
You know, that's a good point. Are they canceled now?
Did we cancel butts?
I hope we didn't cancel them.
Or were butts canceled before and now they're not canceled and that's why butts seem different?
I hope we didn't cancel butts.
I hope we didn't either. I like butts. I'm proud of my butt.
Yeah.
I think everybody should be proud of their butts.
Even if they're different, I think we should take pride in them.
I think big butt, small butt, you got a great butt. Everybody's got a good butt.
You've got a great butt. Well, thank you.
Welcome to America, where all butts are created equal.
Welcome to Two Honks podcast,
where all butts are created equal.
Well, you heard it here first.
You heard it.
So butts might be canceled everywhere else, but not on Two Honks.
Exactly.
We're still accepting all butts.
We're still accepting all butts. Do you think we should get Max on the horn?
Let's ask Max.
Let's talk to Max.
Let's see if what Max has to say about these butts.
Yeah. Wait, we need to figure out when Max's butt changed, too. I think that's important.
Right. If it changed. I mean, have they changed?
Has it changed? I don't know.
Have they?
Have they?
All right, let's see if we can get him on the horn here.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him on the horn here.
We're just cold calling him here. See if that works out.
You got a ringing? Okay, sweet.
It's ringing. Is Max.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
How's it going?
Those are my two favorite honks.
Oh, yes, honk also.
My two favorite
honks at your service.
Yeah. Yeah.
At my service?
Yeah, at your service. Actually, we have a question for you. So
yeah, we have so you're kind of at our service because
if that's okay.
You need to help us out with what we're talking about. So
yeah.
Okay, I'll be at your service and then you guys owe me.
Yeah, next time.
Exactly. Well, we'll try to catch you up to speed real quick here. Lamar had a theory when he was a young kid that all nudity would be fully accepted on television by the year 2020.
Right.
But obviously it hasn't been completely accepted, right? So
I was a false prophet. Right. I was a false prophet. I think.
But then I was talking about how the other day I was flipping through television channels and I saw a full-on girl butt at like 8 p.m. on ABC, like a national network. You know, full
butt.
So
yeah.
So like our question is like, have butts changed? And if so, do you know when your butt changed?
Yeah, I think butts definitely change.
You think butts change? Well, change in general, or have they changed a lot?
Have they all changed? Yeah, like have they all changed?
Well, basically, you got a left cheek, a right cheek, and then a crack down the middle.
Yeah.
Oh.
You open those up, and you'll find a little hole, which is
okay
of a butt, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew that, but yeah.
I mean, we're learning now.
I mean, to address.
Yeah.
Like Lamar's, clairvoyance, maybe he was just like seeing all the available pornography in the year 2020 when he was a kid. Like maybe he was just picking some of that up.
Okay.
You think that's a possibility?
I mean, I was a big thinker back then. I definitely, maybe I didn't take that into account that it is available.
Yeah.
So
it is for everyone, anyone, any age, pretty much everywhere in the world. If you have internet, you can see some nakedness.
Well, do you think that maybe,
and that's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, do you think that maybe that's because butts are different, or people are different, or maybe both butts and people are different?
People and their butts.
People and their butts.
Yeah. My dad used to say there's an ass for every seat. So. I always liked that one. And I don't know if he meant like there's different asses for different people for different seats, but I'm pretty sure butts are pretty much the same.
Okay.
Like in general, I feel like though, people have definitely focused a lot more attention on exercising their glutes and like getting that popping.
So butts have
gotten walking, but
butts have gotten
more
bold, maybe bolder butts.
We have bolder butts because people are paying more attention to their butts.
That's right.
I like that.
You go to Colorado, Boulder, Colorado. You see boulder butts.
Yeah. You see boulder butts
every day. Yeah.
What about you? I mean, what are the Victoria butts like? How's that going up there?
They're pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, a lot of tight pants and stuff. I like looking at butts, like you know,
right.
But I don't, you just take a peek. You don't want to be rude about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the best butts I've ever seen were in Brazil when I went. I've heard Brazil
about these
for
butts.
A few months.
I've heard about Brazil.
Yeah.
What's what's so alluring about a Brazilian butt? Like what's the main features?
Well, I think because of all the nationalities that sort of melded there and became what the Brazilian population is. I think the genetics were just really good and butt oriented.
They're very good in the butt
department. I'm not positive.
That's known as the butt.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've heard them call it that, and I'm pretty sure, to my knowledge, that Brazil was founded on that of just making a nation of great butts.
It's a strong foundation.
Brazil, but I don't know. I mean, that's just. But that being said, butts are pretty all right, and I think they've basically stayed the same.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's actually a pretty good conclusion.
He's got a pretty good point there.
Butts have basically stayed the same, but society in general has like paid more attention to butts over the last few years.
And what you pay attention to tends to grow in size. Well, it magnifies it kind of.
And maybe now, because butts look a little bit better, that we see more of them on TV.
Right, the butts are not ashamed
anymore. And people are. Yeah, we're so desensitized to these things as well, like all the blood and gore and guts and nips and, all this scandalous material that's out there. I think a butt is the very least of our worries these days.
Right. A butt's kind of a friendly thing. It's kind of like brings a smile to your face.
It is. And it's the acceptance of the butts.
Yeah.
And I think,
if you love somebody, moon them.
Yeah.
Moon them.
Moon them. Yeah, moon them.
Yeah.
Breast ham, baby.
If you love somebody, show them your butt.
Have you showed your butt to somebody?
I tried that before.
You've tried that before? How did it work out for you?
I tried it once and I got spanked. They were too quick. I didn't realize how quick they were on the shank. Yeah.
That's the danger.
Like I was like, I'm gonna moon them. They were right there.
They just went over.
It's like they knew I was going for it.
Wow.
Yeah. So you gotta be careful.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Word to the wise. That's pretty good.
When the moon is out, which it was last night, the full moon was, and I mean, what better timing to be talking about this, really, because the full moon was last night.
Yeah. We didn't even think about that. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's just in the air and you guys are picking up on it.
There's butts in the air. Yeah, definitely.
Butts are in the air. Every time I look around.
Butts in the air. Butts everywhere.
Springtime for butts and Germany. Yeah, totally.
That's right. Well, thank you for your commentary. I guess we'll have to think about that a little more.
We're going to have to think about this more.
You make a good point, though. I think you might be right.
And we're probably going to talk to you again about this next week, or we might just talk to you about something completely different.
We might talk about butts every week. I think that might be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
have a
you know, focus on butts for a couple minutes here and there. I don't see any harm in that.
Forum a little bit.
Yeah. Give them some attention.
Yeah.
Give them a little love.
Absolutely. Exactly. Give them a little caress. Yeah. No, it's my pleasure. I'm glad to weigh my 2 cents. So.
Yeah.
Well, all right. But those are just Canadian cents, so
right.
They're not even worth that much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Absolutely, boys.
Thanks,
Anytime.
Buddy. We'll catch you soon, man. We'll talk to you next week. All
right, dude.
All right, later.
All right.
Yurt.
Later, Honky. Yurt.
There you go. Well,
that was a good one.
He makes a good point. I still feel like butts have changed. I didn't want to say it on the phone, but
yeah, I feel like butts are different now.
I think he makes a good point about the focus, but
about the focus on the butts.
I think butts are different, but have they changed? Do you think?
Have they?
Every time I don't know. Have they?
I think they've changed, but have they?
But have they? Changed? Well, hopefully, if anybody's made it this far, they can give us some feedback and let us know.
Yeah, no, I mean,
has your butt changed?
Has your butt changed? Do you want to give us an opinion on your butt?
I want to hear about your butt.
I want to hear about your butt.
Tell us about your butt.
Let's talk about butts. You know?
Let's talk about butts.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, that'll bring it back.
That was a good one. Okay.
We're back.
All right, so
we got the butts out of the way.
We touched on butts.
We did touch butts.
We did touch butts. Touched on childhood memories.
Childhoods, yeah. A lot of those.
But there's one more thing we wanted to talk about here today. And that was your recent experience with the Hoff.
Yeah.
Right?
I can't believe I didn't even think about this until... Yeah. I mean, we should have opened with this, honestly.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's a good closer.
Yeah.
Because we talk about David Hasselhoff enough on here that one of these days he's going to have to come and sit down with us.
Well, yeah. So long and short of it, I guess it was like probably about a week ago, I was over at Hoff's mansion, and he had like a concert set up. Dr. Dog played. Hoff's band played. David Hasselhoff's up on stage in the full on kind of like a formal wear thing. It was kind of like a formal affair.
Yeah.
And played a bunch of music.
Was he wearing like a tux with a bow tie, or
he was doing a bolo tie?
Bolo.
Yeah, he went bolo for this one.
So
that's not how he always rolls, but I think
semi-classy.
Yeah, it was semi-class.
Yeah.
But he had a nice big old hat on too. But he played for like 45 minutes to an hour or something. It was awesome, and there was, champagne going around. Everybody was, eating cheese platters or what have you.
Wow.
And I was just chilling with him. And then after he played, we all hung out together, and there was probably like 15 people. It was pretty intimate.
Yeah.
And I got to talk to Hoff for a little while and just like asked him about how he knew Dr. Dog, and he was kind of like. He was like, "Oh, I don't actually know them. They just came over or whatever." I was like, "Whoa,
really?
One of my favorite bands." But Hoff gets a pass on that one because he did play with them.
Yeah,
they were on stage, but yeah, it was really bizarre. It was kind of like this really awesome situation.
But,
and then after this show happened, we went out on his lawn, his back lawn. It was a huge property he has.
Yeah,
and he had all these like really advanced technological stuff going on. He had like this aircraft thing that was like hovering above the yard and like cool projections everywhere. It was kind of like a festival in the backyard.
Yeah.
It was really sweet. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was lasted for, I think it was there like all night. It was probably till like 2 a.m. or something. And then I woke up, and realized that it was a dream. So
yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome.
It sucks that was a dream.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, of course.
Well,
but it was an awesome dream. I mean, it was the course of the entire night. I had this dream with Hasselhoff.
Damn.
Yeah.
So Hoff was wearing the kind of a classy outfit, but had a bolo tie.
I guess it was going for like a southern flavor or something.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that like a?
I guess that is
New
kind
Mexico
of
or something.
Well, yeah, and it's kind of funny too because there's a video, or a picture of him I saw on his Instagram page where he's on Young Sheldon, that show that I don't watch.
I don't know that one
because it's horrible. Because it's based off of a different show that's also terrible.
Oh,
but David Hasselhoff was apparently a guest star on this show.
okay.
And during his guest starring appearance, he's wearing like a Western type outfit.
Really?
So that's funny that came up in your dream. Do you have the Hoff on your Insta or?
I don't actually. We usually just communicate in person. So
you usually just communicate in person with him.
Yeah, we try to stay off the socials.
Why won't he like come on the podcast?
We're gonna get him on here
in person.
We're gonna get him on here.
He just doesn't want his conversations like recorded, or
I think he's concerned about it blowing up too much.
Yeah,
he's trying to keep a low prof right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we'll have to put this one on the Instagram so the listeners can understand. But that was the outfit that he's wearing.
It was pretty good. I don't know if he's wearing
was
the
that
chaps.
Similar to what's in your
I don't remember.
in your dream?
Yeah, it is, except for the chaps. I don't remember that.
No
part.
chaps. Okay.
Maybe he had them on earlier before he got on stage.
But that's crazy because that was earlier this month. That was March 4th.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was earlier this month.
I think at this point, me and Hoff are kind of on a similar psychic level.
Yeah.
So maybe I just picked it up on the waves.
Is it you and Hoff, or you and what's his character's name? Mitch.
Oh, Mitch. Yeah.
Mitch Buchanan or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just a character he plays.
Yeah.
So.
What about Knight Rider? When are you gonna go on your Knight Rider binge?
I mean, as soon as they put that up on Hulu or whatever, I'm probably gonna jump on that too.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's like the most watched man in the world,
Really fascinating dude.
He's just got dreamy eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why.
There's something magnetic about him.
Yeah.
The music I didn't really care for, to be honest.
Yeah.
But Dr. Dog was really good in my dream.
His version of Hooked on a Feeling is one of my faves.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's better than the original?
I think it's about the same.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah. Just about the same.
Yeah.
Because the band arrangement is the exact same.
Okay,
his
so just
voice sounds almost exactly the same as the original singer.
He did kind of a straight for straight.
Yeah.
Cover or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
He did a very straightforward kind of cover of the song.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. Got Hoff on the brain.
Yeah. Hoff on the mind.
Hoff brain. So the doctors call it.
Hoff brain.
Yeah,
Have
Hoff
you ever
brain.
been to a Hofbräu?
I have been to a Hofbräu.
Yeah.
I think.
They're pretty awesome.
Is that like a...
It's like a German sandwich counter.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it's not German. I might be wrong.
I was thinking of a Biergarten.
Biergarten.
That sounded Norwegian for some reason.
Biergarten. Biergarten.
Schwarzbier. Ja. Wie viele Hunde sind hier? That's the only thing I know in German. How many dogs are there? How many dogs are there in here? Wie viele Hunde sind hier? I don't know why.
Really?
I went to Germany for like 2 weeks. And before that period, I decided to use some language program. This was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I would just get really stoned and progress through this stuff. And it had a microphone where you had to say the words right or it wouldn't advance you.
Yeah.
But I was in my stone state and I could just master it.
Yeah.
And then the only thing I could remember was that how many dogs are there in here?
How do you say it?
Wie viele Hunde sind hier?
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 And then when I went to Germany, I learned Schwarzbier, which is dark beer.
Schwarzbier.
Because they have so much wheat beer is really, really popular there.
Yeah.
And some lagers, obviously, but
really?
Yeah, but they do make some good dark beers.
No IPAs?
They're not really into IPAs at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
it's just an American West Coast thing.
I think so.
Yeah.
You don't really see that anywhere. like in the South as much.
That belch brought to you by Lagunitas IPA.
Lagunitas.
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 IPA. IPA.
IPAs. Lagunitas.
All right. Well, you have anything else?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we did talk about dreams a little bit before this.
But, we talked about dreams a little bit before this.
We can save that for another one. Dream analysis could be a whole centerpiece.
I think that would probably be a next episode kind of thing.
Save it up.
But yeah, I mean, we're also making the conscious decision to try and shorten the episodes because I don't think anybody wants to listen to the stock for fucking 2 hours straight. But we'll keep it fun.
We'll see what's happening.
We'll talk about butts and farts and burps and whatever's fun.
All the good stuff, really. I mean,
all the good fun.
What else do you really need?
The good fun stuff.
Have butts changed though? Do you think they have?
Have they?
I thought they did before, and now I'm like, have they?
I think they did.
Have they changed? Have butts changed?
I think by people's attention to butts are changing.
Butts. just butts.
Just butts.
That's all you really need. I think if we say it more, we'll get the AI. It'll pick up on it, and then we'll just trend higher. Somehow.
Let's normalize butts.
Butts.
That's the other.
Oh, normalize butts.
Part of this podcast. So we're trying to normalize butts.
Well, we're gonna uncancel butts too. I think that's important. If they are canceled, if they've changed.
Have they changed? Are they canceled?
If they have changed.
Were they canceled and are they not canceled now?
Have they been canceled or are they changed?
Well, because if butts are not canceled now, then we should cancel them.
So we can uncancel them.
So that we can uncancel them.
We just canceled butts.
Yeah.
Now they have changed. On that note,
we'll just give this a yurt.
Yurt.